Hi there, YouTube people. This is Retrophiliac, and I'm going to talk about different textures that you can use for the Gelli Plate. So, you can use bubble wrap. There's all kinds of different sizes of bubble wrap. You can have this really big kind, or alternatively, there's this one that's a little bit softer, a little bit smaller, and then like pretty small bubble wrap. So it comes in a variety of sizes, and you can reuse it even if it's stained with paint. I also really like just regular sponges from the dollar store. You can see it's completely covered, but I use it a lot for dabbing, for texture. You can cut them up and turn them into little stamps if you want. Very versatile, really cheap. I also have these stickers, which I haven't used yet, but I can affix it to a piece of cardboard or a piece of foam and use that as a stamp, or just place them on the plate after I put paint all over it, and then press my piece of paper on and peel it off, and it will have really cute little flowers. I also like using pencils for their erasers, because I can dab that on my palette and then dab all over if I want. Also really fun to get textured Breyers. I found this at HomeSense, which is part of the TJ Maxx company, and it works really well. I used it in acrylic paint, but you can obviously use it with inks as well. I also have some Catalyst wedges, which I really like. They're a lot of fun. This one's just a smooth one. Really good for using if you're using any kind of paste to make a skin, any kind of modeling gel by Golden or whatever brand you have. This is really good for streaking and having really nice texture. Really nice streakiness. I also like using fabric, so different tools work really well. You can see here, they work really nice for a mesh texture. Yeah, you can see there's paint all over it, but again, you can reuse that. You don't have to worry about washing it off. I also recently bought some plastic mesh canvases, they're called. So this is a circle, this is a heart. They're so much fun. I even got a whole sheet, so I pressed that on and it gave me really cool texture. Similar to these are fly swatters, which really aren't that different, but I cut these off the handles, and you can see here it has kind of a rough edge, but that rough edge works really well as a comb. So yeah, you have a few different things you can do with that as well. You can make your own stamps. There's one I made here, and I have a few different shapes that I've made. Heart, triangle, so you can stamp with those. Those are really fun as well. Also, I got a really cool idea from Tracy Batista. She makes hot glue gun stencils. So here's one that I've made. They're really cool, really messy. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure that when you're pressing your picture that you use a fair amount of force, just because it has a lot of little ridges to go through. Also another piece of fabric, really cool, leaves an awesome texture. I also have doilies. I also have them in a larger size, but the dollar store is a great place for those. You can use them after you've printed. You can use those on cards or whatnot, and they have a really cool design. I also have some combs, so I've got one of these combs and another comb, so just standard combs. They work excellently, and yeah, it gives you different lines. This is fun too if you want to draw with it. What else do I have here? So these are actually from the bottom of glue sticks in the store. They would normally go in the garbage, but I really like using them as a stamp. They're pretty cool. I like the fact that I can get a lot of circles at one time. I also have these, which are little embellishments. They could be paper clips, whatever. And I like to lay those all over my board. They're really, really cool. I also have mesh that is from different food things. So these come around like bottles of wine or hard liquor, and you can just cut those into a sheet. Works really well. This is from garlic, so again, really, really nice. You know, you can get it in all kinds of different sizes. Styrofoam sheets are really cool. You can take whatever you have, a pencil or whatever, and etch your design in there and use that. Really cool, really fun. Stencils. Stencils are obviously a really big part of printing. So this is one that I bought. A couple more I bought, really small for my collection. This one I made. So I printed out an image on the computer and then I just cut it out with an X-Acto knife. It's not perfect, but again, that gives it a lot of character. And you can get these sheets that are blank. So you can, you know, make your own, keep going, find images online, make your own. It's just a really nice alternative to buying pre-made ones all the time. String is really good. You can also use like elastics, but string you can kind of just go all around, make words, whatever you want to do. That's a lot of fun. This is a tool I made myself, which is just ends of that come on the paintbrushes, and you can stamp little bunches of circles together. It's just masking tape and the brush tubes. And what else do I have? So this is a rainbow loom hook that never formed. So I was like, oh, well, that's a perfect tip for, I used it for swirling when I was making some of these really cool acrylic skins. So to get this texture, I used some liquid medium and just did that. This is one where I took the golden gloss gel and smoothed it over my Gelli plate. You can see here the other side, and it came out really cool. So there's all kinds of different ways you can use texture, and the plate that I'm talking about is this GelliArts Gel Printing Plate, and I highly recommend it. It's really cool. There's so many different things you can use on it. You know, a cork works really well as a stamp. You start really looking at different household items and items when you're out and about in different ways, and it honestly gives you the ability to express yourself and recycle as well. Who knew that the lid of a jar would make such a cool stamp and a cool design? I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll be making lots more, so please leave feedback and check me out at facebook.com/retrophiliac and subscribe to Original Retrophiliac on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching.